Hey everybody, I'm Colleen. I'm from the Out of This World channel, and this time I'm doing a video by myself in the bush. And it's the day after we did the video about about your experience on Earth after your awakening. But there were a couple things that happened in that video that I just kind of want to comment on, and I don't know if I'm going to post this because we talked about vulnerability and the need for human connection in vulnerability in the video. And I gotta tell you, there's vulnerability in me recording this because I was raised like, thou shalt appear perfect at all times. And somebody's coming, so I'm probably gonna pause and continue in a sec. Okay, they're gone. So where was I? Vulnerability, because I was raised like, thou shalt appear perfect at all times, and I do not appear perfect right now, and I dislike anyway, it doesn't matter. There's vulnerability in doing this, and I'm just going to record it and see if I can get the guts to post it. So I'm out in the forest with my little dog, Lola. I don't know if you can see her. I'm not so good with the phone. There's Lola. And here she is. Oh, look at her. Thank you for jumping up to see me so everybody can say hello to you. Okay. So I talked yesterday about something that was going on in my life, just stupid news that I got about something that I don't want to happen that might be happening to me. Anyway, it doesn't matter what it is. It's work related and it's a change and I'm not going to like it, I don't think. So that's where I was. So we talked about healing keys yesterday in the video. And so I was reading the comments today. I get up this morning and I mentioned to you that I worked through a bunch of the karma related to this thing that's going on. Sorry for being cryptic. I worked through a bunch of the karma in a conversation with Cindy, but I knew that I hadn't, completely cleared it or whatever, because I was still waking up thinking about it. And in the evening when things got quiet, I was still running thoughts and running running defensive conversations in advance about it and things like that. So this morning I get up, same thing, wake up this morning, the thoughts start running. I do some things to just try and not roll into it, but just feel what's coming up with it. And then I go out on my magic balcony to have a coffee and read the comments from yesterday's video. Reading the comments is always really uplifting for me because, thanks. This is my first YouTube channel, and I'm so glad that you're enjoying what we're doing. And anyway, it's Mikhail something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Somebody posted a comment that wasn't about my problem at all. But it was about some of what he thought about what things were going to look like when we can see the other side of awareness, and about being able to manifest anything you want. It was validating some stuff that I had said, but it doesn't matter because it was just nicely written. I got all excited. And then I don't know if this person shared a healing key with me. I don't know. All of a sudden, like in my solar plexus and my heart, like energy changed, something changed. And I was doing like deep breathing, like I do sometimes when I'm getting messages or something. My breathing just automatically goes into like deep belly breathing. And I'm sitting there on my balcony. I just finished reading this comment, and my breathing changes, and all of a sudden, my thoughts about this issue, this thing in my life, changed. Like that. It became a non-issue. And like when I was talking to Cindy about clearing the karma related to that, I said to her, like, do you think if I clear the karma, then the thing won't happen to me that they're saying might happen to me, the change? And she said, well, maybe, like either you'll, win the fight, so to speak, or it will become a non-issue. It just won't even matter, whichever way it goes. So I thought, okay, well, I can't imagine it being a non-issue, but I'll be open to that. So I'm sitting on my balcony today. I listened to that. I watched that comment. Comment, and this like whoosh. It wasn't a feeling of whoosh. It was just this open feeling throughout my here, and it became a non-issue. I noticed like my thoughts completely changed about it. I started thinking, oh, well, whatever, like I'll make the best of it if it happens, and maybe it'll turn out better than I think, and all the thoughts I wanted to be having, but wasn't. So I, like, my apartment's a mess today, and really what I was supposed to do today was my, like, Sunday reset, just doing all the things that need to be done. And I have a physical issue. You saw my face when they talked about no more pain yesterday in the video. I have a physical thing that causes pain that limits the amount of activity I can do in a day. And part of the activity that I am, like, obsessive about doing is getting out into nature, usually with Lola. And, getting my zen on in the bush. So I decided, heck with it, this feeling like I'm going with it, I'm staying with it, I'm going out, and I'll just worry about cleaning later. Come out into nature, and I decided to let Lola lead me on, like, there's all these off paths on this trail that I'm on. And the snow's melting, so you can't see the off paths as much. Like, you get onto them and, like, you're not sure where the next turn is, And I decided, since we talked about pets being awake, I decided to let Lola lead. So off we go. We're on the main trail, and then she decides that we're going down like a side trail, and I just followed her, and off we went. Of course, I know that she's a dog and she can sniff and follow where other people have walked it up, but that's not what I was just doing it in an inspired way. So I get to a part where I can't see where the trail's going. I can't see back to the main trail. I'm just not sure if we're on the right path here. But, like, it's a trail in the middle of the city. Like, eventually I'm going to find my way back. Even if I have to slosh through a bunch of swamp or melted swamp or whatever. It's fine. But I'm walking along and I get this message. Like, all of a sudden the path reappears, right? And I see where we are. And then it disappears again. And I'm still trudging. And I heard, like, no matter where you are on the path, if you get to a part of the path where you can't see where it's going, just remember that you've been back here before. And even if it looks different, if you trust that when you've been back here, on an unknown path, on a path where you can't see the end of the path, if you trust that last time you were on a path like this, it worked out and you found the end of the path, and the end of the path was actually, you were way further ahead than you thought and things were beautiful. This is all a metaphor for some other things that have gone on in my life, right? Where I followed the path and it turned out amazing. And so I just trusted and walked along this path that I couldn't see where I was. And of course, it ended up bringing me out to the main trail. I mean, these things aren't like, I didn't have some big astounding win the lottery moment in my life, but it was just the embodiment of the messages and the embodiment of what's going on with me. Anyway, that message just got deep into me, about this thing that's going on for work, like, to just trust it's probably going to turn out better than I think, no matter which way it goes, just follow the path. And then I was coming out, like, off the path up onto the main path, and I got and sometimes the twisty, turny, longer, rough path where you think maybe you're going to fall through into deep water. There is no deep water back here, but I just had that thought while I was walking. Sometimes the twisty, turny path is much more scenic and beautiful and energy lined, because I was closer to the trees, right, because I was on an off path, than the main path. So then we walk along some more, and I go off onto the other side, like Lola leads me onto an off trail on the other side. And I'm walking along, and I'm one of Cindy's videos, and I think ours too, I think it was on their channel. Sorry, there's been so many messages. Talked about being with trees when you're clearing karma. Trees, you share this sort of energy exchange or breathing exchange with trees. That I breathe out karma and breathe in love energy, because the trees, I don't know, I forget exactly, but the carbon dioxide, something to do with karma, and the trees need it, right? So I'm giving the trees something they need, and they're giving me something I need in karma clearing and healing. So she takes me on the other side, and now I'm in this part, like you can see where I am right now. It's mostly birch trees and deciduous anyways trees. Where she takes me is like every kind of tree that we have here in Northern Ontario is on this path. And I'm walking along, and I have never put my hand on a tree and like felt a connection. Like Cindy has done that for years, that she can put her hand on and just feel something. I've been trying it for years, going up to trees and putting my hand on and nothing. And leaning against trees and like, sure, it's nice, but nothing profound. Well, I am walking on this path now, and I consciously start sharing this cycle with the trees, right? Like I start, I'm breathing out karma of all that, what's going on, and breathing in healing love energy to fill the spaces as my karma is clearing, right? They're giving me the love energy to fill the spaces, to raise my vibration, so that hopefully I can get into my great awakening. So I'm walking along, and I put my hand on a tree, and like the exchange I had with the tree was unbelievable. Hang on, Lola's wrapped around me, and I have to like get up and turn around in a circle because her leash. Oh no, you're all around the tree. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the exchange that I had with the tree, like I put my hand on, and it was like, if you've had a loving relationship in your life, I've had moments where, you put your hand on somebody's arm and you can just feel the loving connection with them. Come on over here, Lola. Anyway, this tenderness came to my hand, and I was like caressing the tree, like I've never done that, never wanted to. And I could feel that. I don't know if you know what I mean. If you have a spouse or partner or somebody that you're in love with, put your hand on their arm and like that feeling, and you want to just rub up and down their arm. That was going on with the trees. I had such an exchange. It was crazy. I've never had anything like that. And then I put my arm around it like you would around somebody's, I don't know, and pulled it towards me. And I leaned against it, and there was just this comfort and trust and love and this exchange. I've had lots of cool experiences in this forest where I'm walking, but I don't know, just somehow after yesterday's video, I just really wanted to share this. The change is unbelievable since from waking up and reading that comment, and probably sharing a healing key with that person, or taking one. Thank you. And then wanting to make this vulnerable video where I look, where I look like whatever. Thank you for listening. Oh, look, Lola's looking, hang on. Lola. Are you my walking buddy? Thank you for coming on walks with me. And thanks for listening, everyone. I will see you soon on another video.